I've been to some events. I've seen some of the biggest guys fight in the world. Nothing like this.
Fighting out of the G4 Studios, Scotland, Paul Bearchew Craig, Chris, the bad guy Bungard, Ross Cooper. Presenting from the street or in the shade, it's time for Leather Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Leather Podcast. We are on the road. We are at GP Racing Simulator at Play Sports in East Kilbride. Hit up the Patreon to see the outcome of what that was. Like, one of the things we get to do as part of this podcast is we get to go to places, we get to experience stuff that we potentially wouldn't experience all the time. This was a good one today. Mm-hmm. This was pretty cool. Getting to race F1 cars. This is our job.
It's something different.
I know we have to fight and we have to train all that kind of stuff, but this is our job. We're lucky. So thank you for allowing us to do this job.
Thanks for having us along.
Aye, shout out to the Patreons. We love you, freaky bastards.
I was in there last night in their in the Discord.
Speak your mind, bro.
They're sharing different weird geese, weird rash guards. I noticed some people getting a bit racial. I noticed some.
I need to cut that.
I noticed some homophobic slurs in there. I noticed some
Patreons are not racist.
I like to see though some people insulting fifers, which was good. We're all for that.
Keep up that.
Keep that up. But maybe less of the other stuff.
Well, talking about the fifers, Stevie Ray lost to Jed Hugh at the weekend at the Polaris. Turns out he had COVID.
Aye. Also turns out that it says, "Don't heel hook me," and he was like, "Aye, no bar." You see that? They had a wee gentleman's agreement because he was fighting and he had competition the following week. So he says he had 2 heel hooks in him, and he basically let him go. And he's like, "Which I'll be thankful for." I'm like,
Didn't he do that to me?
I know. I was going to say, Paul got the worst end of that one.
Aye, I get like, I'm taking your heel home with me.
So there was a sort of
a gentleman's agreement. I think I would be, because people are like...
So Stevie says, that's what Stevie says, not me. Stevie says that.
I think I'd be more into doing grappling comps if there was that. Like, I'm not saying like, because I like heel hooks. I think they're, for the sport of MMA, jiu-jitsu, it's a very high percentage and they're easy to catch, they're easy to set up. But if you're planning on fighting in a few weeks, or you've got a UFC coming up, or you've got a bigger event coming up, why the hell would you allow somebody to touch your ankles? So as soon as MD touches my feet, I'm out. I'm done.
It's just so destructive, man.
And that's the thing, it's like one heel hook can put you out for maybe about 6 months.
Aye. If you're lucky.
Aye.
It can be much worse than that.
Hey, here's another segue. Guys are getting out with injuries and all that kind of stuff. We've obviously got the Saudi card this weekend, and Hamzat Chimaev's pulled out, which was last week, but we missed because we had done our podcast Wednesday. Did you hear what he was out with?
So it's kind of speculative, but he was in the hospital.
His teammates are saying food poisoning.
Aye, but you're not going to the hospital for food poisoning, eh?
Here's the thing, man. If you've got food poisoning,
it's something to do with his breathing.
Do you think it's long COVID? Super long COVID?
He had bad problems during COVID, didn't he? And he was fully hospitalised. And I don't know if you remember, but he lived in Sweden at the time. Sweden didn't do any of the lockdowns or anything like that. They did none. And then Dana White said, no, we'll get you over to the States to have a proper doctor look at you. Do you remember all this?
I do remember
and
it.
And then he went back out to Saudi.
Then he retired.
And then he retired. Remember, he was like...
He's about retiring again, so I don't know.
I've seen this as well. I've seen that he's potentially...
There must be something wrong with him. Like,
he must have underlying
legitimately,
health problems.
Aye. There's no way a guy that age who was doing that good, he was fucking running through.
What about the picture they put up though? He's in the bed, his coach is in the corner with the heat doing and all that. You're like,
aye.
Come on, man.
So
look at me, mom.
I feel sorry for me.
Look at me,
I know.
It's like when the women
he
post
never
it.
fights anyway. Like the first time he fought twice in 2 weeks, and everybody's loving it because he fought fucking John Phillips and Reece McKee, and it's like, this is brilliant.
And let's like
we thought he was going to be that guy.
Let's know.
And then he
insult
never
these
fights
guys.
now.
Let's not insult these two guys because they're very good, but they're no superstars like Robert Whittaker. And I get it. You want to be getting into these fights 100%, but
I think Hamzat has got the making of being a champion, clearly. Like, he's got all the
What about the
tools.
mindset of a champ?
I don't
Because
know.
you beat Bobby Knuckles, then you're getting a title shot straight. Like
Surely.
you beat the because he's the only guy who goes through
Beat
everybody.
Gilbert.
He beats everybody in the division. I mean, in Robert Whittaker, and the only guy he can't beat is Adesanya. Because he like
I think Whittaker maybe have problems with the guy that filled in for him.
Because don't know much about him.
No, he's good, man.
is he no like 5-0 or something?
Very
like that?
good.
I think he's
I think
went
he
on a
just
bit of
always
a tear.
gets a tough run at it.
I think the only person that's actually beat him is Hamzat Chimaev,
Aye,
and
that's
it was
true.
like
Oh, is that right?
it was
Aye.
before they signed for the UFC.
But I didn't see Whittaker beating Chimaev if the fight was going ahead.
What did you
I
think
thought-
would happen?
Did you think he was just going to wrestle him
I think it
and
was
just
like, fuck
lay on
him,
top
aye.
of him?
Decision him or get him out of there?
You got to give props to Whittaker.
I think he would get him out of there.
Aye.
He'd get quite early, I think, if he got him down. Like, you seen what he done to Usman, albeit Usman took it later, but that
Aye.
first round with Usman, nobody's ever done that to Usman. Controlled him for full 5 minutes. Had his back, where I think,
Whittaker's wrestling's good, but
he'd get him down. He'd get
and he
Whittaker
hits
down.
heavy.
Aye.
I don't know, like
Chimaev would beat Robert Whittaker, I think, all day.
I don't know.
I had it as a close. I thought it would be
I
a
thought it was
close fight.
I thought it was.
But the
I thought Whittaker's got the minerals. When Whittaker is the dog in the fight. When I look at Chimaev fighting against Gilbert Burns, and Gilbert Burns made him look like a normal fighter. But Gilbert Burns is a world champion, and he's obviously fought for the title a few times.
Experienced as well.
Then when I look at him fighting a blown up welterweight moving up to fight him, and then I'm like,
But he also he chose to stand with Gilbert when he's not a striker, and he dropped Gilbert with a jab as well. I think if he just sticks to his game, which is just
wrestle.
getting on the legs
Aye.
quick, right off the bat, I think they could run through pretty much
Like the Holland
a
fight.
lot of people. Aye.
just straight on him,
Just go
Bill.
right on
Get
him.
him out of there. Yeah, I could see it
Well,
happening.
we're talking about him for a
sometimes he likes
reason.
to strike because he has got a bit of striking. He's got power as well.
He's got a couple of KO wins.
Meerschaert,
aye.
when he just stung Meerschaert with
I
the
was
straight
trying to
right.
think of who that was there. Just pushed him up against the cage, though, didn't he?
But
And then-
Whittaker, like, I don't know, Whittaker's he's hot and cold for me sometimes. Like, he didn't look too good against Costa. The first round looked okay, and DDP kind of just blew him out of there.
Aye.
He didn't
the
look
DDP
himself
fight,
there.
even at the end of the first round, do you remember him getting up and he was kind of like,
Aye,
he was sort of he'd
you
doing
don't know what you're
like.
getting with Bobby Knuckles sometimes, but you're still like tuning in.
I get a very injury-prone guy, sadly.
As I said a couple of minutes ago, you got to give him props, taking the fight,
Oh, aye.
taking a dangerous opponent.
Even this one as well. This
Aye.
new guy is another toughie, man.
I think he's just one of those guys like,
It's a hard run at it.
no
I
problem.
He's like, I've done the training. Aye.
Company guy, just yep, this is my job. I'm here.
Any
No
other
bother.
big fights on this? I think it's Walker versus Ozdemir.
Aye.
They're going to be playing my fucking reels all night that night. I'm gonna getting fucking done
So
again.
obviously you fought two of them. We always get this question because all your guys fight each other. Like, who do you fancy in that fight? Obviously,
I like how
somebody's getting knocked out.
Aye, I like how unorthodox thing he is, Walker, right? And I like the fact that he's a bit wild and he does loads of crazy stuff.
But that could get him hurt.
Yes, that can get him hurt, and I think that with somebody like Ozdemir who has that power, and we've seen him knock people out.
Aye.
Like he's maybe not done it in the last couple of fights, but he's still got that power. I'm going to go Ozdemir. Who do you think? Aye,
I'm going.
You think?
you going
I
Walker?
fancy
Walker.
I was going to take Walker,
I
aye,
fancy
but
Johnny Walker.
like-
Aye.
Ozdemir's quite a composed fighter, though.
Aye.
He's not going to get too flustered or anything by Johnny Walker.
Maybe.
Aye,
If
see,
he, if he doesn't knock Ozdemir out, he's in trouble, I think. Because the longer it goes, I don't think.
I'm just thinking about like how heavy Ozdemir's hands are against Johnny Walker's chin, and we know he's got a suspect chin. That was one of the things that we were like, right, we're going to try and test this chin.
Landowner.
Obviously, I didn't test his chin. He tested the
was on a-
rigidity of my nose.
he was on a bad knockout for Jamal Hill, though.
Aye.
So, like, aye.
And that's
you
what I'm
can-
thinking.
Aye.
And we've all seen the footage of him fighting the guy in one of these shows before the UFC, and he's knocked out about 4 times, remember? The guy's just touching him and he's like falling about. And that's the only reason I'm going to go. As an action fighter who pulls out some crazy shit, then Johnny Walker's the guy you're going to go. Mad flying knees, mad spinning back elbows. But I just think, as you're saying,
Leave himself
composure, he's going to leave himself open, and Ozdemir's just going to do it enough to get in close and land one of these no-time Ozdemir shots.
He is quite a sort of composed, professional, styly fighter. He doesn't get rushed. There's like in your fight with him, he just
Good
would
game plan
not.
as
He
well.
would not bite. You can't get
So
him.
you're picking the guy that didn't beat you, didn't finish you, or the guy that did finish you.
Aye.
But you
Think so.
test that both of their powers, though.
Aye. But
You
then,
make a good case for it, though. To be fair,
I know.
I'm going to go Johnny Walker. I'm sticking with Johnny Walker.
you might have sold me on it there because I was going to go Johnny Walker, and now I'm like, nah.
And
Now I think about it.
The only reason you don't see Ozdemir knocking many more people out his last couple of fights is because he's going up against higher level grapplers in him, and he's no willing to overcommit with these shots. I don't think it's going to become a grappling match between these two. I think it's just going to be a slugfest.
Aye, let's have a
Rock'em,
fight.
sock'em, robots. Bap, 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 bap.
Osdemir's easy about that too. He's not bothered.
I am picking Walker. I'm going for it.
Sticking Walker.
Aye, I think he'll catch him.
Is who else is on that card? Have you got? I know we're obviously not in the studio, so it's much harder to get like the.
Ross was saying he was looking forward to some of the female fights that are on the
Aye,
card.
they'll be good in Saudi. Normally they draw a big crowd.
No
females.
No females.
What about the female ring girls?
I don't think they do ring girls in Saudi.
That's what I'm saying, are they?
No, they don't do them.
They don't do any in Cage Warriors, you know that?
I know what's.
Have they never done it in Cage Warriors?
I don't know.
In fact, they used to do it. Definitely used to.
Why? You see that with like conviction or
Tell us your story.
Something
sexual
reminded
deviant.
me. No, there's no. Something reminded me.
They did have women.
They did.
They did.
But now they've took them away. I don't know why.
So, obviously at the weekend we had a few different events. None that was better than the UFC that nobody watched.
Did you watch any of the
That
UFC?
Apex card was gash, man.
In all fairness,
I don't even know anybody that's fighting on
in all
it.
fairness, what I did was I got up on the Sunday morning and I went, "Oh, UFC was on last night. I'll put it on."
No, you didn't.
And I put it on, and then within about 2 minutes, I looked at who was on it and went, "Nah, fuck that." Went back to sleep.
I watched the first round
Terrible.
of the main event in my bed. I got home from work and I was like, "Oh, I'll put this," and then I just was like,
Was the whole card just a fucking
two wee
ball fest?
bantamweight dudes.
Don't
In
get-
fact, they were sort of 125. They were
I knew
flyweights.
anybody on the card, and that's been a long time. Chee-wee-wee. Remember that wee guy?
Who, the wee Japanese guy?
Japanese guy.
Is that
No, the
who
wee
was-
ugly mush with the chin.
Oh, fucking
Rosa.
Oh,
Aye.
Is he not fighting this week? Is he not fighting?
Chee-wee-wee. No, 2 weeks ago he
Was he
fought, didn't
fighting
he?
2 weeks
Aye,
ago?
but they
But-
line him up for Cinco de Mayo,
Aye.
in the Sphere.
But
What did you think of the finish in the main event?
Chee-wee-wee. What was the
On
finish?
what show?
Basically, his knee blew out. So, but they said it was because he had his back. He's like leaning back to get him down. His knee just pops up Perez, isn't it?
I didn't see it.
Did you watch UFC?
I watched it.
Are you into MMA and that?
He talked about saying Van Dozer,
Aye.
the Japanese guy.
The wee fellies.
Fellas.
Like a bunch of P7s fighting in there, eh? Like, it's fucking ridiculous. DC comes in and like sticks his arm. Now listen, son, don't have too many beers after the show tonight. That's what it's like, eh? One beer and straight up to your bed, okay?
So you had like, obviously... you
These
had-
guys would fucking
You had the
do-
boxing on, your man...
The L boys fighting.
No, the... Aye, so you had...
Oh, you actually had a proper boxing
Aye,
match
you had,
as
you
opposed
had,
to.
you had Davis, but you had the British one, the guy that does all the showboating. Is it Ben Whittaker? No?
Oh, like that
It
guy.
is Ben Whittaker,
He looks pretty fucking
Aye.
slick.
But the guy just had enough. And
He
just,
did 'em.
them.
Oh, I seen that.
He was trying to walk him back to his corner. He's just like, get to fuck.
But the referee was like, nah, all right,
Aye,
come
aye.
on now, boys.
Aye, aye.
Just
Then obviously you had Clash at the Castle, which you were there. And you had Chael Sonnen against Anderson Silva in Brazil,
Can,
which was the worst. I watched it live on Twitter on
we
somebody's
spoke
stream.
about a gentleman's agreement there. eh?
It was terrible.
Tell me that
was
wasn't a gentleman's agreement.
I'm talking touchy at the body. It was shocking, man. The fifth round, Anderson came out and he was like stinging him a bit. I'm like,
gonna have
is
a
he
fight
is
here.
he going to finish him in the fifth? Just like he done in his actual
I
UFC fight.
seen the Mask and Chael Sonnen's son. Well, he fought the fight and he's like, I thought it was great.
Then he said you could have went a bit harder. You were going a bit late. So out of all of them, easily, hands down, was the wrestling was the best out of them all.
Well,
And you were there, but I watched it on the TV
So
and
I'm-
it was unbelievable.
like, I couldn't really be bothered going. I was like, nah, I don't really know MD. No Stone Cold Steve Austin. Bret Hart's no there. Fucking, there's not even Shawn Michaels, right? I don't know any of the guys.
Have you seen Shawn Michaels lately?
Ah, he's looking a bit drastic, ain't he, man?
See, have you ever seen it? It's like the front of the Christmas tree, the back of the Christmas tree. That's like him was the Heartbreak Kid, and it's
And then
him
the
now, he's
basket,
got like that squint.
Yeah, his man, that eye's,
Like native.
that eye's doing the same thing.
So he runs the NXT. I don't know if you know this.
Oh, does he? Is he the guy now?
He gets all like. the
So what happened to
up-and-comers.
William Regal? Was he only doing the British one?
He was doing the European
Right. Poor
talent,
William
but
Regal.
Aye, so Shawn Michaels is the guy that deals with all the stuff in Florida, the NXT, the Performance Centre, so he gets them all through. That's where like Joe Coffey and stuff like that is. And
Did you watch the SmackDown the night before?
no, it was the Scotland-Germany game where Scotland done brilliant, by the way.
Does I do it, eh? It's like,
They Germans.
No,
They
but
always do a bit of damage in Europe. Ross, tell us about the Germans.
I didn't know much about them.
guys, there is nothing worse than having somebody rear-ending you in an accident. And G4 claims that you're back. The last thing you want to do is be dealing with all the hassle. So why not pass that on to G4 claims where you can. Hit them up on Ross.
You can get them on WhatsApp now. 01698 767 172, if that's a bit easier for you.
Or
The website is notatfaultclaim.com.
so if you have been involved in an accident, then take away the stress. They will deal with all the hassle that so you don't have to. Not only that, you'll get a courtesy car, your whole claim, and you will get 100% of your claim. So it makes sense to keep it G4 claims. And as I said, nobody wants to get rear-ended. So make sure you hit G4 claims up to make sure your rear end is fine.
Not by surprise, anyway. So let's talk about Clash of the Castle, Paul. You're there, front and centre.
So
Behind the comms there, no?
Aye, the UFC was like, listen, go to the WWE, and I was like, aye, because they were wanting to do some media, they were wanting to do some bits and bobs, and then they hit us up the week before it or the week of it and being like, listen, I don't really want to do anything. You can go as a fan. I was like, nah, fuck that shit, man.
You just want to punch somebody again?
Aye, I don't want to watch grown men watching grown men kidding on to be another guy.
They're performing.
Hey,
It's
come on,
performance.
easy.
Performance art.
Easy, Jeff.
Listen, you're going to see me go full fucking 360. Within about
316?
10 minutes of
Full
being
316?
in there, I was fucking calm the moment.
They dragged you in.
Aye, just when they thought I was out.
What about the atmosphere?
Brilliant. Listen, better than any UFC.
Everybody
I've ever been
sing Cody
Aye.
Rhodes' theme song?
to. Yes, and obviously,
It's good.
what else is cool is, see when you go anywhere and there's Scottish people there and they start, you're a wanker, you're a wanker. Got to love that kind of stuff, like football chants. And I think, like, the UFC could easily take something like that, maybe get a couple of guys to go to a couple of events, start some chants, like fighter chants, because we have it obviously with Paddy Pimlet, like, Paddy, oh, Paddy the Paddy, and it brings an atmosphere. Whereas the vast majority of UFCs I've been to, it's like the
I love when
that's
they do
about
that.
it.
They started doing that in Cage Wars and UFCs now as well, aren't they?
Why do they do that though? It's a long
it's a
term.
slap.
It's Ric Flair, man. It's Ric Flair.
And then everybody starts doing it.
So the atmosphere for Clash of the Castle was unbelievable, mate. This was. I've been to some events. I've seen some of the biggest guys fight in the world. Nothing like this. See that first match to the last match, the crowd were amazing. The guy next to me was creaming in his pants for every single person that came out.
Love
like
it.
a proper fucking fan,
fan,
right and about it,
a
right?
fanatic.
He had a honky tonk about him, right? He had a wee bit of stank to him.
It's a long night in there.
That wrestling smell.
Aye, he's like.
That one, he's got a few deed soaks under his bed.
He
One of
has,
them ones.
it's like
Oh,
the
the cannabis.
The socks are just, the socks are just crispy.
They're just piling up, man.
He's aye, but it was
Stacey Keebler posters on his.
It was amazing. So when it came to the female fight, like there was like the 3 tag team matchup. He was going for he had the t-shirt of one of the other girls, not Bianca, the other tag team. So
The unit. She was a unit, man.
Everybody's shouting for the Scottish, like Kaylee. Her name's not Kaylee anymore. What is it? She's called
Alba Fire or something.
it's just something like that. So they've changed their name, and so everybody's shouting for the Scottish chicks, right? Apart from this one guy right next to me, in my fucking ear, screaming the whole time.
Was he Scottish?
Aye, he was Scottish man, and he was getting right in about
Yeah,
it.
you like your favourites, not me.
Aye, and I like the fact that he's got.
I wasn't
full-
rooting for Drew, so. And I'm not Scottish.
Aye.
I'm Scottish.
But then they made Viper drop the belt as well. Oh, she never had the belt. She
didn't win it.
And I kind of was like, right, it's a must then. It's a must. Drew is 100% winning this. They've made her drop the belt. They've gave the tag teams to the Scottish tag team. I'm like, Drew's picking this belt up. This is going to be fucking amazing. He walks out, piped out, Did you see this? This was incredible, man. Proper piped out.
See when he was like gone mental in the ring?
Aye.
I was buzzing at my tits, and I wasn't even wanting to win.
I was buzzing, right?
Just for the crowd.
The place was electric, right? And then that guy comes out, and they're obviously hurling abuse at him, like saying he's a shite Undertaker and all that kind of stuff. Like,
They
is
call,
that-
a bit harsh.
They call him a tranny Undertaker.
is it trying to Undertaker? Right, so they're giving him like a
Why?
Because he
Just
looks
the
like he'll
look.
be like, guy.
Right, so again, this guy
Eyeshadow
tells, right?
on him.
But even like, even size-wise and all that kind of stuff, you can see why they like Drew McIntyre. He's got this massive build. He's got this whole Scottish thing going. Like, I'm like, right, they're giving this guy the title.
Aye.
And then...
And plus it's in the fucking Hydro,
Aye.
11,000 Scottish gone mental.
Is that what? 11,000?
And then CM Punk slides in for the upset. Like,
Well, let's talk about how it happened. You knew the ref was got to take a bump.
Aye.
Like,
Because he jumped
I
out
was
the
just
road.
like,
I don't know how to put this.
He dodged the first one.
He jumped out the road and he ended up outside the ring, and then he starts to clamber up, and I thought that was a
I knew
bit...
the barrier.
I thought that was a wee bit...
So I'm watching, I'm just like, right, hurry up, ref, take your bump, because you knew, because CM Punk was seen at the Celtic store that day.
and he hadn't been out yet.
And like, aye, so you're not flying CM Punk to Glasgow not to be involved. Did you see the video backstage where he actually grabs the ref
Aye.
stuff? Brilliant. But for the camera view, we see there's a ref doing. Drew McIntyre's hot the Claymore. His finisher, which
Aye,
is
he's
like a
hit-
fly.
he hit about 6
Aye, but like a big flying kick.
It's a cool,
Aye.
move, isn't it?
And then obviously the ref's
Big
down,
massive kick
so
to the
he's
dish.
pinned him. Everybody's counting to 10.
Aye.
All you hear is like the chant. There's another ref running, but it's got the view for behind, so you just see the rest like black and white through the back. But you see the night trainers though. You're like, this looks different. 1, 2, and then it just stops.
Because at this point, nobody knew who it was.
Yeah, this palms
And then he
red
comes
and
up
it's
and he
CM
puts up
Punk.
like, and he's doing this to him like right in his face, and that place just goes fucking wild.
Because I saw this stuff on social media all day with CM Punk cutting about with a Celtic top on.
Aye, that was for the presser after it.
Right, okay.
Then he low blows Drew, kicks him in the balls.
Aye.
Guy gets like choke slammed, finished. And then I still thought he was maybe got a kick out.
It was a good finish.
And then when he pins him, the full place has just gone mental.
Mate,
There's
wife-
other like fan views. Have you seen them just fucking gone mental?
So like it was like this
fuck
somberness.
you, Punk!
It was
Fuck
like
you!
it was like the whole place was just like they'd just been deflated.
So thanks for coming out to see your hometown guy. We're just going to rob
That's
him
it.
at the last minute.
Hey, mate, that's
Enjoy your night, boys.
That's wrestling. That is wrestling. Like
Aye.
they have you there, and you got to win, and it's just
take it off you.
Just flip it, man. It's wrestling, and
Aye.
that's just storytelling because it's obviously building Drew and CM Punk
CM
for
Punk.
like SummerSlam or WrestleMania or
But then see
something.
the thing is, see when I look at anybody else going up against somebody like Drew, just the size of him and his
He's a unit.
athleticism,
Yeah, he's
it's
a unit,
hard
man.
to see him lose a straight 1, 2, 3. And that's why I'm like, CM Punk isn't the biggest of guys, right? He's got the credentials and the wrestling side there, where he's a very good storyteller, very good wrestler. But I just can't see how he's going to beat Drew McIntyre with a straight 1, 2, 3. Has to be loads of, and that's why we tune in to watch wrestling.
Has to be the heel, but
I'll-
CM Punk, former obviously UFC fighter as well.
Does he get that?
But remember the first time we were in
I don't know.
the ICW ring, it was to help Viper, the lassie.
So was.
Aye. So the lassie had fought for the
forgot
women's
about that,
title. Me and Paul ran in to save her at the Barrowlands.
I ran into Saver. You ran into fuck me up.
But aye,
Barrowlands.
she was involved in that. Now she's like,
Aye.
she's in the biggest spot in the world for female
know.
wrestlers. You know what I mean? So it's, ICW has brought a lot of them through. Even Drew was
Aye.
ICW. So Glasgow had.
But then you think about it, like you think about all the people who are in the world of wrestling, like your guys, Joe Coffey.
I thought they were going to run out. I did. Gallus.
I thought the same.
See, because the guy Drew was fighting, he's got a team called Judgment Day, and I thought they were all going to run out. And if they ran out, that's how I thought Gallus maybe run out of Joe Coffey, and then I thought that's when CM Punk would have run out. But they just
Never
CM
done
Punk
it,
on
just
his
a straight
own,
up 1,
Aye,
2.
which was great and all.
I like the finish, but there's the who's who of Scottish or even UK wrestlers go to ICW. So like,
It's good though that Scotland's
did
putting
we
on
enjoy
events.
it?
she loved it.
Did she know what wrestling was? Did
She
see
does
on
know
the
what
TV
wrestling
and
is.
stuff like
She's
that?
been before, and she knew who that Bianca girl was.
Aye,
She-
long
see
hair.
when she came out, she was like, "Oh my god,
She's brilliant. She is like an athlete. Man.
I'm going to be honest. See, after that first match, I could have left.
Aye.
I could have left. I had an absolute ball. I'm like, I'm done. I'm
had
leaving.
enough.
Aye, because it was the Cody one was the I Quit match, wasn't it? AJ Styles.
Aye,
Go
it was
fuck
cool.
yourself.
I kind of like the guy Zach. Is it Zyder, the guy with the beard. He was, what's his name? He was fighting against the shite Kurt Angle.
Aye, I know who you're talking about.
Sami Zayn. Aye, he's kind of cool. I kind of like his
that Gable. I'm sure he's like an Olympic wrestler. The guy who was fighting.
Aye, he had the Olympic. Like,
but he
you know,
kept slapping the fat guy with the beard.
Aye.
And the fat guy just
that
snapped.
He's just standing
What
outside the ring.
about
Just
the big muscly guy beside you? Was he saying how much he loves the podcast and that?
the muscly guy is in the El Slabber Chops.
The world's strongest man. He was loving
I don't,
life,
know
wasn't
how I don't know how he manages to pick up the boys. See when he slabbers that much.
Bit
Surely
slippery.
they're wet.
Bit slippery, man.
Aye.
Chalk him up.
Chalk,
Some of that chalk.
chalk his knees up.
No, mate, he's massive.
Aye.
He's fucking
He
big.
looks huge, man.
He's big, man.
It's a Stoltman's. Just
Aye. Packet of crayons in the back pocket. You know what I mean, just in case you got hungry.
And that's we'll not be having the Stoltmans on for a guest.
I'm going to use that
Don't
one
whack
about
them
my
on
nephew.
anyway.
But no,
So,
Superb event.
all the events,
everything I've been to in my
the
life.
wrestling probably fucking tapped the weekend.
Aye.
Because Chael Sonnen one was terrible. Who watched the Apex card apart from Greg?
Greg's a diehard.
The boxing, that Whittaker, he's good. He does do all the showboating and that. He hit the guy with about 12 jabs on a row. Bub, 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 bub. And then
playing a computer
it's
game?
good. I think the guy was all right, but I don't know if he's got to do all that stuff once he goes to the top
top.
tier. You know what I mean? You got to get away with doing stuff like that. If he does, then fair play to
El
him. But
Prince
it's not for,
Nazim
it's
used to
not
do
Ah,
for
it.
everybody, I don't know.
No, it's
No,
too
for everybody.
one-sided.
Guys, mixed martial arts, combat sports, jiu-jitsu, there's an element of injuries that are involved in this. So why not intervene before it becomes an issue? This can be something as simple as swelling, knee dislocation, pain in the knee. There's a whole host of things that can be linked with this. As some serious stuff like MCL tears, massive knee reconstructions. So why not use something that's going to just support you a little bit more? And where I would be looking is Anaconda. Anaconda's got a whole host of products out there to help prevent injuries. They're also there to help support you getting back to the mat as quickly as you possibly can. The one for me that stands out is the knee brace. And the reason I like the knee brace is there are a whole host of features that's going to help you get back on the mat and feel more confident if it's the knee issue you've got. It's got a rubberised band around the top that's going to stop it from slipping, which is quite a common issue with guys training. The knee brace slides down and offers no protection. It's also got straps at the side that offer the support to the knee to stop that lateral movement. So as I'm saying, is if you've got a dislocated knee or you've maybe got like some issues with your MCL, ACL, all this kind of stuff. Not only that, there's also an added gel pad in the inner that just protects that knee. If you're maybe putting some damage on the ground or landing heavy on that knee, this will definitely help you. So rather than suffering or not being able to train to your full potential, why not hit up Anaconda and look at their knee brace? It's just something that's going to help you get to the mat or stay in the mat a lot longer. Some of us are getting older, some of us are getting injuries for years ago. Why not look at Anaconda and use the support products that they've got to help you prolong your combat sport experience? So now we are going to go on to, because we missed this last week as well, because this all unfurled at the weekend with regards to the Conor McGregor. He's out, he's in. Everybody's like,
I couldn't have been more wrong, really.
That was like pro wrestling, wasn't it?
It was.
It's like, what is going on, man?
everybody had the scoop, didn't they? It's like, he's out, he's in. Oh, I know he's in. And then he's out.
But we did all say it's not going to happen, didn't we?
I don't know, but I still thought that maybe, like until I actually heard Dana say,
Mate, I'm still thinking he's coming. I still think it's a wrestling. I think it's just
it wouldn't even shock me.
he's just going to turn up.
Be like, what he's talking
Run
about.
in
I'm fine
and
to
finish.
fight. What's the problem?
Answer this though. Is the card now better?
I think so. I agree.
With the co and the main.
And I like the fight for, is it Alberg? I like him fighting Smith better than him fighting Jamal Hill. I'm no insulting Jamal
Fights
Hill.
all the time though, didn't he?
He must have some bank balance. Just
he's
just
fucking
turns up,
getting
does the
divorced or
business and then leaves.
So
Does he beat him? So let's go
No.
Smith Alberg first.
No.
No. Do you-
Good in his last fight, Smith.
So did
But
Alberg.
he only caught him with a guy with a guillotine who doesn't have any jiu-jitsu. That's like, do you know what? He beat MD, who, because he was set in there to get to get
Who did
mashed.
they get out in? Who was that again? You remember?
That absolute specimen. I'm not sure his name.
I feel naked because I've not got
Aye.
Laptop. Anyway, so we're going to go Alberg.
I'm going
or
Alberg.
You think he's just striking's just going to be so much more crisp?
I just think Smith's just getting to that stage, man.
It's one of the old boys.
These guys are coming through. Look, the Czech Cook against Menafield.
Was good.
Know what I mean? And put Menafield out is a tough thing to do.
Aye.
So I like Smith. Like I don't mind watching him and that, but I just think the top guys, the younger guys are just coming through, and he's getting. He's had over 50 fights. Know what I mean?
It's a lot of
Which
fights.
is, I'm sure he'll go out and do his best, but he's just fought 2 quick here. Obviously 1 there, but like.
remember
Khalil
he's-
like stiffened him pretty bad.
He's
as
not.
well.
Remember, he's not an out and out light heavyweight. Remember, he came from middleweight up.
He was another weight, aye.
So maybe it's easy for him to make the weight. So it's not going to have a massive impact on him.
Or maybe he was just like there to fill in because obviously
It's a big
Jamal
card.
was injured again.
It's a big
Jamal
card.
was injured again.
So it's his knee now with Jamal, I think. Is
It's all that extra weight he's
right?
carrying, man.
Fucking might be.
He's like, if you fight at 205 and then when you're out of camp you balloon him massively, then it's putting excess pressure on your knees.
Was it me and you who seen him?
And the
But
PI.
In the PI. Were we having lunch? Who is it? I definitely
Last
saw
time
him.
I seen him was when we done the podcast at fucking the dodgy streets of Vegas.
Oh, it was-
When we lost
Aye.
Sean.
I seen
But
him
I
in
was
the
trying to find
That's
Sean
right.
and he was
Maybe
miles away.
I was maybe we were definitely sitting having our lunch and I looked out and I was like, bloody there looks like Jamal Hill. I was like, fuck.
Looked like a retired basketball player, like that wee bit of tub
Fuck,
on
it
him.
is Jamal Hill. And
Aye.
he was heavy, mate. And I know he had
And that
had
was
the
just-
Achilles surgery.
But that was just before he was getting 300. Because remember, this is what it was. He would. It was round about that time where the 300 was kind
Did
of
they
falling
know-
apart.
Injured playing basketball?
It was
Hit high,
aye.
blues
Ripped his
Achilles.
Achilles, aye.
Aye.
So like,
having a go at fans again in there.
Is he? It's not like him.
just bites,
It's not like
man.
him.
He just,
Aye. Aye.
aye.
Aye,
That's it.
he's still trying to see he's come back to knock out Pereira.
Because he's
I didn't
annoyed.
like that. I thought it was a wee bit unsportsmanlike with the whole.
Pereira going,
I didn't like that, but I didn't like how Hill is now being like, aye, well, it wouldn't have happened if the referee hadn't stepped in and I had
know.
blood down my garden. Nah, mate. You're
But
in
it
a
did
fight.
happen.
You're in a fight. You're in a fight. That's
He brought up him smashing Glover, didn't he? He brought that in.
well,
But
a man at 43. He beat a guy at 43. Well, good on you, mate.
but do you know what?
Go out and battle on the elbow.
If you're wanting to put up videos of you sitting in that, it was the Chevrolet, the new Chevrolet he was sitting in, big pile of money, fanning through the money and that.
Aye,
Mate, you know that
Isolating yourself with fans.
that's no the move. We know you're well off, mate. We know. Like,
And then he moans about not having fans, does he know? And it's like,
Aye.
you don't really do much.
why
to
do you
get
say
back
it, me?
people.
Why do you say that's the one you see from a
Well,
lot? Like, what's
see,
your problem with
see,
me?
if you look at somebody's social media and that's what they're doing, you would expect them to be the heel. That's like the kind of stuff a heel would do. So why would you try to be pleasing fans if you're going down the route of being the bad guy in every single fight you're going up against? Apart from when he went up against Glover, he was like the underdog. He was given the opportunity, and I think people at that point were like, right, we like Jamal Hill. Like, he put on a performance. I love the image of him where they put the bucket of water over his head, like the sponge,
And the blood all
just
comes out.
pours down. Like, that kind of stuff's cool. If you want to be the fan-friendly guy, that was your time to do it. But he just went, aye, fuck it, I'm
Who
heel.
puts his cell out there for
He's
the
a heel
crowd?
that wants to be liked. That's it.
Aye.
You can't.
It's-
That
It's
doesn't
DC
work.
again, eh?
You can't
You
go
remember
over
when-
in wrestling
When
terms. You
DC
can't
was
go over.
fighting, he never had a lot of everyone liked John Jones. They didn't like DC. And DC,
But DC was a good guy.
but nobody really took to him.
Aye.
Because
Because he was fat.
I don't know why.
Fat
He
shaming.
just didn't take to him, eh? He was just,
You're
they
a fat
preferred John
bastard.
Jones. Because I think people prefer these guys who kind of fuck up all the time, though. It's easier to relate
Like
to
the reason
that.
we like Stone Cold, is that why? Like, we like Stone Cold because he's a bad guy, but he's a bad guy.
Yeah, you just,
What?
John Jones.
What? What?
What are your thoughts on the whole Anaconda visiting a bootlicker?
bad move, like, could get you fucking chinned, eh? Like,
I know Paul's quite parallel, but I'll speak in this one first. I think he's right because, well, maybe not to call somebody a bootlicker. I think he's just raging because, but Mike's saying that it's none of Ariel's business when he's a journalist, and it is his business to try and know things. So I don't know what Mike was talking about with that statement.
I think there was something a
and
bit
he
more
is trying to be-
personal behind it.
I don't know, because he's always been quite pally with Ariel.
That's
He's
what I
always
thought.
on the show. He spoke about him like when he won the title. He phoned Bisbing. He's like, put your name in for this. He's like, oh no, I don't think I'm ready. He's like, put your name in. Goes, Rock called, needs somebody, and he ended up winning the title. So he played a big part of Bisbing actually putting his name forward for that, which I didn't know. It was quite cool. But he does work for Dana White. He does work for Slut Fighter. He is the boss. You don't like you never need to be nice to your boss. Know what I mean? Ariel just doesn't like. Aye.
And he just said, oh, Jesus Christ, I was having a laugh, like, take a joke.
Aye. But he did say.
Was that kind of back down, you think?
He did say it's none of your business, which is stupid. MMA journalists, that is their business.
is, aye.
They need to be in the know. They need to know, try and know first and be correct with their fucking
I think it's mad
info.
just being so easy about insulting somebody who you probably are going to bump into might decide to just fucking flatten you.
I don't know. I think
I love the term
right.
bootlicker though, man. That's degrading as well.
But would you take it if somebody called you that?
Bootling trustee.
You're not going to take it. That's what I mean. Like,
I know,
people
but
are just running about
I don't
and they're
think
just
Michael.
fucking mouthing
I don't
it.
think Michael's in that world anymore of being that shoot for the hip kind of guy.
I don't know.
Because he is. He's in the
company
UFC.
man.
He's a
company
company
man.
man. So I don't
Aye.
think he's going to be walking about just fucking nailing folk, because it just brings. He's a grown man. It brings so much shit along with it as well. Like the last thing he wants is to hit Ariel Helwani and potentially lose his like gig. And I'm not saying that'll happen, but I'm saying like there's.
Oh,
there's
Dana will
chance
give him
that-
a raise.
I do hate him. So I don't know. I just think it's Ariel's been going on a bit of a tear lately. He's
Getting too big for his britches, you think?
he just
Nah.
he'll just
Nah, never.
say stuff to people. Just
Ariel's a
doesn't
goat,
care.
man. Ariel's a guy.
I love his podcast. I love his social media, but I don't know. He might have to be careful. I think he's saying
Well,
the
if
wrong.
Bisbing's kind of like defused it a wee bit, he's maybe known. Maybe I shouldn't have said something.
I'm
maybe-
not saying
maybe
he's
I'm
wrong.
wrong.
All the stuff he's saying is wrong. It's just he's going in on people.
So what about the main event to take over McGregor?
You like
Obviously,
it?
we all wanted to see McGregor fight, but I think it might be a good fight.
It's a fun fight.
think
that
it'll be a
first
great
one was
fight.
fun. First one was fun up until.
Is it better than a McGregor return?
It's never got
No,
to get
for
the
the
traction
people,
for it. man.
What about people who want to give their tickets back and all that?
So I was going to say, is this a thing? Returning tickets and
Some people are paying 17 grand for one ticket and stuff like that.
But then that's only for that
for
McGregor.
McGregor
For McGregor.
The
So
McGregor experience,
if
innit?
you're paying that money, then
for the Instagram photo.
I
of
get
you
it.
at 303.
Aye.
That's all it is, really, eh? And if people want to pay that to see their favourite guy, so there were people paying $1 million to sit in the front row
like,
for Floyd
I
Mayweather.
genuinely feel bad for the fans, but there's only one other
That
guy.
Clash
I
of the
feel worse
Castle
for.
at the Hydro was. I was checked the tickets. The dearest one was at the time was 1,600, but they were more than that. It was the biggest gate ever for WWE. Triple H said, "I'm like, no winner."
Yeah, you were pulling pants
Tickets were £300 to 2,000 for a
Mate,
Scottish
but it
gig.
sold. It sold.
And it's the same as I don't think that sold out the McGregor one because they were.
It's definitely not selling out. now.
Aye, they
If
were
they're
so
selling the first price.
expensive. I'll be honest, I wouldn't pay that money to see my favourite band, even if Oasis came back or Celtic go to a final. I wouldn't be paying thousands, man. Never. No, especially not 17,000 to see
Nah.
a McGregor fight.
But then people are die-hard McGregor fight.
Unless I'm fucking millionaires, obviously. But
So what I was going to say is I feel bad for Ian Gary. Ian Gary is now having to fight on a card without McGregor.
Ian McGarry's just pulled out.
But see, the thing is, like,
Connor, just tell me when you're ready, and I'll be ready.
it's like we feel bad for
Feel bad
Chandler.
enough for him
we
already.
feel bad for Chandler, right? Because he's still waiting in that fucking that money fight, the red panty night. So is Ian Gary
Ian
waiting in
Gary.
red panty night, and he's not even fighting McGregor. He's like, I just want to share a card with
I
you,
know,
man.
That poor lonely chair in the corner of the room, not me.
Have you seen that's the opening fight for the main card? So it's Chael Sonnen. It's no Chael Sonnen.
If only.
It's Ian Gary versus
Chilson's not undefeated.
what's it called? MVP.
Aye,
That's
that's a good
in
one to
it.
open
That's
up.
the main card.
That's a good one to open up.
Aye.
And then what's the next fight?
Silva versus Chisora.
That's a good one, isn't it?
No.
No.
The co-main.
Why are you sexist?
The co-main is Lopez against T-City.
That's a fight.
That's a great fight.
I like that Lopez.
But
eh?
I'm looking for some sexism right here with this next fight on this main card.
Right, I don't know who they are.
Exactly.
What do you want me to say?
This is
You want me to say,
this is
There's a female present.
doesn't matter. This
I
is
know.
303. This is the McGregor card. This is International
Who
Fight
is
Week.
it?
We certainly shouldn't have any women on that.
I'm not saying we shouldn't have any women on. I'm just not
Name
saying
one we should have.
if you
Aaron Blanchard.
That's a good TikTok.
I like him.
They're welcome.
so say their names again.
Silva versus Gisono.
Oh, just a wee.
I bet you, see if I seen a picture of him, I bet you'd know who they are.
Am I out of the camera there? I'll go back. Sorry, I was going to have a wee lie down.
Have you got pictures of them?
I was working last night.
But right, we don't need pictures. What I'm saying is, if you're putting two,
Any naked pictures of them?
Aye, what we saying?
Let's fucking...
Swinger-wise.
Let's dial it up a bit.
Swingers got a good reaction. By the way.
Swingers is a good one.
Tell me when.
Cover your ears now.
but here's the thing: it's such a big card, and you're firing in a female fight just for the sake of firing in a female fight. And I get it, equal opportunities and all that kind of stuff. But
But sometimes
it's
when
303, man.
Sometimes when
it's reverse
sometimes when it's
sexism.
a McGregor fight, the rest of the card is usually shite anyway, because he's like the main attraction.
I know, but that card wasn't. See, when you've got see, even if you want to have them opening up the main card, I am not going to be happy. No, because they're females, just because it's a shite fight. Like,
Who would you have? What females do you like?
I'd put in like fucking. If you want to have in some big balls, put in some big names.
Is Amanda Nunez still fighting? She's still doing the fighting.
No, bro.
She's out now.
No, aye.
But you know what I'm saying?
think she's going to that thing,
I want
you know?
big names for this card. It's 303, man. Put them on any other cards you want, but no 303, man. Come on.
303, like talk like it's a free hunter. It's 303, man. Somebody's door number.
Do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to go on a limb here again, like I did with 300, and say it's going to be a shite card.
It's going to be shite, mate.
I'm
Aye.
going to do it. I'm at it.
Hey,
I'm
let's
at
see.
it. I'm at it.
I think, but
I think
has
it's gonna be
anybody ever defended their title in a few weeks' notice? Because that's never been done. I'll defend my belt to save a card. So I think Pereira is their guy there now. He'll fight both divisions.
But here's the thing.
He'll defend his
It's
title whenever.
It's a 5-rounder.
I
Do you
thought-
think any of the two of them are going to be ready for 5 rounds?
Who's got to win the fight?
I'm taking Pereira again.
Aye.
I think the confidence is high. He's done it once.
I'm going to go Prohaska just because he likes to do weird shit, like
he is weird.
live in a dungeon for
He
like
is
2
weird.
weeks.
You've seen the
Like,
photo
I don't
everyone's
need light.
sharing. He's taking a full fucking cross to the face and both his hands are down here. And he's like, the cross is just connected with his pass, both hands.
I seen him rip his toenail off yesterday, just in the water. You see him?
Just-
in the ice lake, just ripping toenails
Right,
off. and all.
I'm going for this guy. I'm
That
going.
Yuri.
He's a weird guy.
It was a close fight until he
Was close.
Came a dropped a wee bit, and it was quite.
The stoppage
He
was
was
a wee
trying to
bit
say he wasn't,
controversial
aye.
as well, but he
I'm
was
going
at-
to go Potan though. I'm going to go Potan again. I think he's
I
getting
thought-
better.
Who you going with, Rodriguez? Is it Rodriguez, isn't it? No.
Lopez.
Lopez
in T-City.
in T-City.
I'm going
I'm
Lopez.
going Lopez.
Aye.
Aye.
I mean, it's going to be a wild fight.
Aye.
It's just going to be blood,
very good.
sweat.
Have you spoke about the MVP one? Have you gave our predictions for that?
No.
I think we all went with Gary.
We did originally, we went Gary.
I went Gary.
Originally?
You
So
changed
yeah,
it?
you changed it up.
I don't
Changed it
know.
up.
I'm trying not to because I still think
I can't see Michael
Gary's
Page.
a better-
I want to see Michael Page win.
I want to see
I'm not gonna
Page
lie.
win.
I'm not going to lie.
I want to see MVP win.
And I'm not really bored giving a fuck about Page ever. No,
But you want to see him beat Gary?
I do.
Me too.
I do.
When he gets the wife.
She's already fucking everyone's anyway. She's pass her about already.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Fucking Jim Water bottle. You know what I mean? Whose one is that?
Jim Layton.
Whose one is that? I know your one. It's like an old protein shaker.
Right, so we're going to go Gary apart for MVP here. Are you switching to MVP?
No, I'm staying with. I'm
Nah,
staying
Gary
with
will win, man. He'll move. Well, two of them are going to move a lot.
Are
I
you
think.
I
picking
don't
a
think
winner
it'll be a
in
big
the
fight.
female fight?
I don't know who they
Who
are.
are they?
Silva. I'll go with Silva.
Right, that's fine. And then the next fight
I think
is...
there's one in between that.
The next fight's Alberg, isn't it?
Aye, so it is.
And then it's Alberg versus
So there's a
Smith, and we're going
5-fight main
Alberg.
card.
I'm going Alberg.
And then the next
Alberg.
fight's the co-main, which will be
Lopez.
Lopez. You're going? I'm going to go T-City, man.
Aye,
I'm going to
aye.
go him with a triangle.
He looked alright on his last fight. He came
Aye.
back. He came back well against Yari.
And then it's the main event, and we all know it's going to be
I'm going Potan.
Potan.
Aye. I think he's got to stiffen him.
Confidence will be high. He's
We
beaten
rock him
before,
again and maybe
he'll-
put him away. Aye.
He's going to be less tentative. He's been in there with him. I think he'll be. I don't think he would take it if he wasn't like, "Hi, I'll go in there. I'll just do it."
In Australia, though, they want press.
He's training like fuck. Though. I watched a video of him yesterday.
Like fuck off, bro.
Mate, I watched a video of him yesterday sparring. I was like,
I
"Oh,
think,
yeah,
I think,
I
I think
can't."
see, if you're a guy like that, It's just then you know how to strike, don't you?
And the boys he had, I don't know if he's brought the guys with him or what, but you could tell they weren't just like a couple of boys he's found.
I still want to see him fight against fucking Tom Aspinall.
That's who I thought it was going to be.
Could be a good man for the future, definitely.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
I don't think he'll ever get the Jones fight. I don't think that one's...
And I'm not seeing a lot of chat about UFC London, nothing positive. To be honest, on social media, I'm not seeing much positive about
No, London, that's why.
Manchester, sorry. I just like I had wanted to go and take. Look, I think we spoke about this last week. As soon as I saw
Also, tickets for them are quite
expensive.
expensive. I think. Everybody's doing it now, aren't they?
It's if it all it takes is one person to do it or one organisation, and they're like, people are willing to pay this.
Did you get caught in the lines going into Smashing Pumpkins
I did.
outside?
How
Did you feel? I seen it on the newspaper headline.
what was the problem with it?
People
like,
were
just-
stuck outside. I'm like, I hope Paul was in that line,
I was.
so I
Thanks.
could hear about it.
I was high as well, and it was shit.
How long were you stuck outside for?
Maybe about 20 minutes.
What was it
I
for? Just too much people, or
Aye,
was
I
it
remember
just
hearing like
tickets?
I remember hearing like the first two songs of Weezer.
Oh, you were outside when.
Aye, but then we managed to get in and catch the rest of the set. Weezer were fucking brilliant. But my mate was on the mushrooms, and it was a point I looked round and he goes, "Oh, it's Gary." I was like, my mate, like, you didn't know who it was.
I didn't know if you were wanting to like.
Right, so
like
Gary,
maybe
and he's
normally
like,
shouldn't be
there's
taking
like
those.
a point where the lights just come on and he goes, "Whoa!" And I go, "You alright?" And he goes, "Fucking lights are pushing me back." And I was like, "I don't do that to you when you're on mushrooms, mate."
Love it.
Aye, but
What a guy, man.
the gig itself was brilliant. Smashing Weezer. After I seen Weezer, I could have went home as well. Like
You
they
done?
were brilliant. I wasn't done, but they were so good. And then Smashing Pumpkins came out and were absolutely fucking tremendous.
Where was it
man.
at again?
Hydro.
Hydro, aye.
Seen Grado and.
I did. I seen them. I like the.
Drew and that were it.
Did I say this last week?
I think they worked with him at TNA or some shit
Aye.
out with the guy.
They did. But I'm a massive Simpsons fan. I said this, didn't I?
Aye.
And he comes in and
I
goes,
sent you the Drew one.
aye,
Remember? He
Drew
done it.
McIntyre.
I stole it, man. Stole
aye,
the joke.
brilliant. Love it. But great gig. No getting any gigs coming up soon. I think the next one's probably... Oh no, I've got the 25 years of Block Party Silent Alarm down in London.
I'm out on Wednesday.
I know, we're going to see AC/DC.
No, Wednesday.
Who are you out
I'm
on
in
Wednesday?
Hampton. Oh, the Foos were playing last night in Hampton.
I seen that.
I was outside Hampton and they were all doing all the burger fans. I'm like,
you enjoy the
who's
Foos?
playing at Hampton tonight?
What was that? What was their highlight song?
Everlong.
Everlong.
Everlong. I seen a bit of that, man.
I saw on a lot of people's stories.
Oh,
did they?
nice. I actually thought I heard a female sing. I'm like, that's no.
I'd have been raging.
You didn't pay to see her, did you?
I didn't pay to see your daughter. Get her to fuck.
Yeah.
Dave.
I've got
Bring out fucking Kurt Cobain and we'll talk about it.
I've got Liam Gallagher on Wednesday night at Hampton.
Is that?
He's doing the Definitely Maybe that album and all
Is
the
he?
old songs and that. Aye.
Oh, that'll be pretty cool.
The set list looks.
It's just a
tremendous.
shame it's no Noel Gallagher
So
doing them.
he's doing. No, he's good, mate. He's good.
He's no Noel Gallagher, but
Yeah, isn't he? But he's good. Wednesday, Thursday, he's doing Hampton. So I'm in Wednesday. You're Thursday. But no alcohol, so that should be fun.
that'll be good. Man.
You're no alcohol.
No.
Or,
No, I started my camp yesterday.
Oh, did you?
12 week.
Is that 12 weeks?
So I
Guys,
train
if you're
in-
looking to go to Cage Warriors Glasgow to see this man, then make sure you hit up his ticket link in the bio. Link in the bio. Hit
in
it
my
up.
bio.
Aye. Guys, I'm going to have to go and jump to the toilet, so I think this is going to be the end of this. If you'd like to join us, then you can join us on Patreon. We're going to go
take
and
the
watch me do
camera
the
into the
toilet.
toilet, aye.
We're going to go and watch me do the toilet. And
I think people would pay to see that. Some of your patrons would definitely want to follow that in.
I'm saying no names because,
they would though.
aye.
I've not to say anybody's name.
Find out how the school run went for me yesterday. Keep it high.
I don't get that.
Join us on Patreon.